Hello, everyone, and welcome to the AMTZ Podcast Series in collaboration with Medgate Today. AMTZ, Andhra Pradesh MedTech Zone, is India's first integrated medical device manufacturing ecosystem, committed to quality, safety, and trust in healthcare technologies. On this occasion of World Consumer Rights Day, we are delighted to host Professor Bejon Kumar Misra, an internationally respected consumer policy expert and a powerful voice for consumer protection, product safety, and quality standards in the country. Today's theme, Safe Product and Confident Consumer, highlights the vital connection between quality-driven manufacturing, regulatory systems, and public trust. Thank you so much, sir, for being here.
Always a pleasure.
So, since you are the father, or I can say the pioneer of consumer rights formally in India, so today we will be discussing mostly on the topics of consumer rights and especially how it is associated with or the consumer right things for medical devices. So my first question to you is that in the occasion of World Consumer Rights Day, how do you see the role of consumer awareness in today's rapidly moving era?
Thank you, Rimi, for inviting me. Consumer awareness is, you can say, the cornerstone of any development. Because whatever you do, whether it's making medical devices, whether you are discovering a new formulation of medicine, or anything to do with products and service, you see, it will not be seen commercially viable till there is no awareness amongst the consumers built about that product or service. So it's the cornerstone, it's the main thing. Consumer awareness is the key, and I'm very happy that AMTZ is going ahead to build that awareness within the consumers.
Yes, because it's very important right now because we are coming up with so many products and services and India is now getting educated on their consumer rights. So if we are not talking about that, then who will talk? So now moving to the next question, how do you see as a safe product? What is a safe product?
From a consumer's perspective is something which would not do any harm to me. Whether it's a product or a service, it will not do any harm to me, which is can be defined as safe. And any product or service, if it tantamounts to any kind of an harm or not fulfilling the promise which has been made in terms of the quality, can be defined as unsafe. Because you are promising something, you will provide, the consumer is very happy to have that fulfilled, and then when they don't find it, then naturally he gets highly disappointed. But hazardous, unsafe, threat to life, these are extreme cases where there cannot be any compromise. There cannot be any negotiation on that. Consumers need safety, and safety is paramount.
Okay, yes, truly. So now that, an aware consumer in the era of e-commerce and all the information on AI and internet that we have, how do you see that a consumer really goes through there are challenges that he faces to choose the right product or the correct product?
See, whenever a consumer decides to buy a product or a service, originates out of either a communication, which is advertisement, or word of mouth recommended by an expert, like a doctor prescribing a medicine, or friends who are in the domain, who have that knowledge. They tell the consumer what to buy. And the bottom line is, once they have bought that product or they agree to buy that product, then all the ingredients, the features, the facilities, the value of that product should be fulfilled and delivered.
So very rightly put. Now, how do you see how much transparency should be there by the manufacturers?
See, the point is, the moment a consumer buys a product, consumer has total trust in the system. See, when he buys the product, he believes what has been promised. He has already dreamt about the product and he gets it because you need resources to buy a product.
Yes.
So he mobilizes that resource for himself or herself, and then he buys that product. And he trusts the whole system, all the actors who are playing a role in not only manufacturing. It starts from the lab where it has been discovered,
Yes.
and then it gets commercialized,
Yes.
it gets into manufacturing, Then there are umpteen number of people, intermediaries who help in the supply chain, like a wholesaler, retailer, and then the consumer gets it.
Yes.
The consumer believes everybody.
Everybody.
It is never that the consumer doesn't trust anybody.
Yes.
But what happens is, at any point of time, if that trust is breached,
Yes.
then that consumer feels not only disappointed, very suspicious.
Suspicious, yes. It's a very fragile thing.
Yes.
Right? And based on the confidence of a safe product, a consumer decides or takes an informed decision. But sometimes what happens, like, oh, India ka make hai. Like I was interviewing last time, YK Gupta ji. So he said that very nicely, right? Oh, India ka hai. From, the transformation should be, oh, India ka hai. Wah, India ka hai. So that transformation, how do you see
No,
that,
it's happening.
It's happening.
Rimi, it's happening. You will be amazed to know that when I go overseas now, compared to when I used to go 30 years back, the kind of welcome I get, the kind of greeting I get, the kind of warmth I get,
Yes.
I never used to get that 30 years back.
Yes.
Today, India is seen as the engine of the world. All commercial activities around the world is looking at India as one of the biggest market. The consumers of India are today most sought after. Whether it is China, whether it is US, whether it is Europe, everybody wants to do business in India.
India.
And Indian products, especially for example, our traditional, healthcare products,
Yes.
for our food
Ayurvedic,
products,
yes.
Ayurveda, Unani, all these products are becoming so popular. Our yoga is a global word today. Word today.
Yes.
It's all over the world. So you see, the point I'm making is that it has happened because India has also shown to the world that we believe in quality, we believe in safety, we believe in customer care, we believe in giving the best to the consumer, we believe in value for money. So we are able to compete globally now. And all my friends overseas, they always look for Indian products now. You see, which was not there 30 years back.
I truly believe you. Because I also have seen this change coming in. But otherwise, the import dependency that India had on medical devices, for say, because I'm from AMTZ, we have to talk about it, it has really reduced. Now, there are places where they are choosing Indian product, doctors are choosing the Indian make medical devices. So what would be your take on, that?
No, my take is very simple. We are highly still dependent on imported medical devices, which has to go now.
Yes.
We have to start innovating. We have to encourage Indian entrepreneurs to go in for such medical devices which we are importing today. We have to encourage entrepreneurs to come into this business of medical devices. And whatever is being made, in India today is being exported. So which means we are able to fulfill the importing countries' standard. Whether it's Europe, whether it's USA, our products, medical devices are going overseas.
Yes.
So which means we have the talent,
Yes.
we have the capacity, we have the know-how, we have the knowledge. So only thing now is to scale it up.
Scale it up.
The biggest challenge is, how do you scale up? How do you compete? How do you ensure that there is a level playing field? There are no manipulations in the marketplace. There is no biasness created in the marketplace. There has to be regulatory oversight.
Yes.
You see, and earlier, as you will know, that medical devices was being equated as a medicine. But
Pharma.
you cannot do that. Medical device is medical device, and
Yes.
medicine is medicine. So you can't compare apple with oranges. So you will have to understand that medical devices needs a different kind of a treatment, different kind of an approach. It needs a different kind of an incentivization. We need to build those kind of mechanisms where more and more people come, especially youngsters. And there has to be a lot of collaboration with academic institutions.
Yes.
You see, where youngsters can start thinking about how to ensure that we are not import driven.
Yes.
We have to be local and homegrown. how to explain now? AMTZ is just fabulous. The kind of the concept, the kind of the infrastructure,
Yes.
the kind of knowledge sharing, the kind of networking it is doing, the kind of every day there is some new collaboration going on. I can see Dr. Jitendra Sharma signing MOUs in dozens. I mean,
True.
this is just fabulous. You see, the point which I'm making is you can't sleep now. You have to be
Yes.
awake. And Dr. Jitendra Sharma has that knack. He keeps everybody awake,
Awake.
including the consumers.
Yes.
And my favorite slogan, Jago Grahak Jago.
Jago.
He keeps everybody alive,
Yes.
motivated,
Yes.
and all energized. The bottom line is now that we have to convert it in such a manner that every Indian asks the doctor or the hospital or wherever he is getting treated, आपने AMTZ के मेडिकल डिवाइस यूज कर रहे हैं हमारे पे या नहीं, उसको पूछना होगा. हर
Very nice.
कंज्यूमर को पूछना है AMTZ के जगह से आ रहा है कि नहीं, हमको बताइए.
Yes.
That is what is we need to do in terms of creating that brand. AMTZ is already a brand.
Yes.
But we need to have all these units, which are today here, which is more than 100,
Yes.
units which are here. We have to encourage them that they have to be seen around the world,
True.
not only in India. So brand building is very important.
Yes.
Brand building comes what you mentioned, trust.
Trust.
It comes out of quality.
Quality.
It comes out of affordability. It comes out of accessibility. So it should be seen everywhere.
So yeah, very rightly you said that quality, the kind of product is being used, the testing, the certification, everything plays a big role in it. So how do you see AMTZ as an infrastructure? Because it will be very important for our consumers to know that when we talk about AMTZ made medical devices in this infrastructure, you're very much aware of this place. So how do you see that our products, the stages it goes through, like, in terms of quality, policy, testing?
Rimi, AMTZ is my home. It's a place where I was born, you can say.
Oh.
When Dr. Jitendra Sharma visualized it, he started thinking about it and established it 8 years back. I still fondly recall how he invited me. He made me a part of the family.
Yes.
You see, the point which I'm making is that AMTZ, the most important, what actually touched me the most when I visited AMTZ in attending the events and the Kalam Institute and being invited to speak in many occasions, the youngsters, you see what Dr. Sharma has done, and that's a unique thing, is that got all the educational institutions attached to it.
Yes.
I used to see the auditoriums always full of students.
Yes.
Which used to actually energize me.
Yes.
Because I know that if anybody you look at, and the most important factor are the people who are our future.
Yes.
Of the country. And I still recall that what I learned in school by visiting a factory or by attending an event as a student, I couldn't learn that in the classroom.
Yes. Practical learning.
Yes. And this is where the thing is. People tell me, AMTZ, the location, it's very far away and it is, where is that?
That's a very sad statement that they make, I feel sometimes.
Absolutely. What I'm trying to say is that whoever has come here.
Yes. Has not regretted.
They have said, wow.
Why we have not come here before. That's what I get to hear a lot.
How? Yeah. So what we have to always look for is how to get people here, how to make them feel that place. The taste of the pudding is in eating. So you have to make people feel this, And of course, today, with technology, by sitting here, I'm able to talk to millions of people. They're all listening about AMTZ. But touch and feel is very important. How you are actually gives you that evidence or that feeling that, ye hai. ये केवल हवा में नहीं बोल रहे.
Yes.
They are there and they're doing that work.
So, moving to the next one, when we design and make a medical device, now that is something could be a new thing for a doctor, and definitely it's a new thing for a end user. So in medical industry, what I have realized that, the consumer is actually the doctor and the end user is the patient. So here the buyer is the doctor or the hospital or the clinicians. So how do you see they should make an informed choice, or what should be available to them so that, they can make a choice?
We treat doctors like God, I mean, we trust the doctor to such an extent that we never argue, we never
Yes.
dispute, we never raise a controversy.
Yes.
What the doctor says is final for us. Okay. Now, with that kind of a trust with the patient is having, the most important aspect is today all professionals, including doctors, they must, first of all, my message is they must encourage homegrown products. They must encourage, using such products with our consumers which are made in India.
Yes.
Which is the first thing I would recommend.
Okay.
Okay. The second thing is, if they find that it is not matching with an overseas product or not able to give that feature or not able to fulfill those requirements which the doctor wants, then it is the responsibility of the doctor to work with the innovator or work with the manufacturer to make that happen.
Yes.
See, if there is no kind of a bondage and a feeling that I am also part of the growth in India, and if medical devices are not able to give those features or that quality or any kind of an aspect of a product which the doctor wants for the patient, then it is their responsibility to create that.
Yes.
Along with the manufacturer. So my contention is that I am not against imported products, because if supposing it is not available and the consumer needs it, then you can't deny the consumer accessibility to that product.
True.
But what I am saying is we should constantly keep working, and there should be a lot of transparency. There should be a lot of ethics in the business.
Yes.
The doctor is a kind of a different kind of a character in our community.
Yes.
Doctor is not a commercial commodity, or doctor is not a money-making machine.
Yes.
Doctor is not a philanthropy also, but they're doing professional work in an ethical manner. The doctors have to be much above any other professional people in the country. So I always felt that while doctors, we expect a lot from them, but we also have to give them that respect.
Yes.
We cannot treat them also undermining manner. We cannot suspect them all the time.
No.
We cannot make them feel that, they are not fair or they're not doing ethical work. Those kind of signals which goes from patients, many a times I have seen, actually demoralizes the good professionals. Why only the doctors? Any professional in our country. So we must respect that professional also, and encourage the professional. Make the product more accessible, make it more price sensitive, because many consumers are denied good quality products because they can't afford it. Now, that cannot be a kind of a barrier created. Every good product of good quality which is required by the consumer has to be made accessible. How do you make it accessible? That is where the government plays a role. That is where the tax money which is collected directly, indirectly from 1.4 billion consumers of our country, that is where the role is, that how do you use that money? That money should be used for those people who can't afford good quality product, but they need it. They can't buy it, so we'll have to reach it to them. How do we do that? We have to cut on, all kinds of unnecessary expenses in terms of governance. We have to cut down on lot of inefficiencies which are there in governance, and use that money in a judicious manner for the interest of the poor, for the interest of the people or the consumers who can't afford good quality products. So in medical devices, I feel we should work towards that.
Yes.
We should convince the government that, look, the money which you are getting from the taxpayers, use it well for creating good. Like, for example, in medicine today, our generic medicines, the whole world knows that we are the best. We have more US FDA manufacturing units of medicines in the country than what USA has.
Yes.
You see, we export more than 50% of our production of medicines in our country abroad. We export them than what we consume in our own country. So why can't it happen in medical devices? It can happen.
Or any other segment of the
Or any other segment.
manufacturing.
But I am quite confident that very soon, with technology, with youngsters getting into AI in such a big way, and so much of technology is being used in the interest of the citizens, I am sure the world is already recognizing, but it will be more recognized.
More recognized.
And AMTZ, of course, has the role to play. So we look at AMTZ as the trigger, as the engine to
The
move
catalyst.
it.
So it's a very collective responsibility that we all have as manufacturers, as clinicians, as nationalists, that we should have the right product in the market. And it is our duty that, when the product is there, we should choose that product. So again and again, I keep saying that India choose India. So, and it will not happen alone by any manufacturer. It has to happen only through when we all come collectively and do it together, right? So it's an appeal for you all that, try to choose Indian products, try to choose medical devices which are made in India.
But before I leave you,
yes,
all over the world, on 15th of March,
yes,
every year,
yes,
we celebrate the World Consumer Rights Day.
yes.
So it's a very auspicious day that I am in AMTZ and I am addressing all of you and talking to all of you. So I would like to tell my viewers that World Consumer Rights Day is celebrated every year on 15th of March. And this year's theme is Safe Product, Confident Consumer.
Yes.
So again, all what we talked about is in that one-liner. If you give safe products to the consumers,
yes,
the consumers are very confident.
Yes.
And they would always encourage those products which are safe.
Yes.
And they would always promote, purchase and use those products which are safe.
Yes.
So let us all come together and pledge,
yes,
that we would never short circuit or compromise in terms of quality of a product. We have to make sure that quality, safety and availability is paramount. Affordability is very, very important.
Very important.
So Rimi, thanks again
Thank you
for
so much,
inviting
sir.
me, and it was great to be chatting with you.
Same here.
And keep calling me to AMTZ. I love to come here.
Of course.
I love to come here.
Yes, I love your ideas. The way
gives me a lot of energy.
Yes.
And जो भी व्यक्ति डॉक्टर जितेंद्र शर्मा से मिलेंगे उसको एनर्जी ही मिलेगा और कुछ उसके अलावा कुछ और नहीं मिलेगा.
The fuel to all the engines.
Thank you.
I agree.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. God bless all of you.